you know, niggas gonna say and do what they want to say and do, but if you interviewing somebody and you like they post you know they ops with your homies type shit,
don't bring them up.
Don't even not even bring them up, but at least what you say, untuck your dick or some shit. What you say?
Oh, what you talking about? Wait.
I'm saying like tell the nigga
Mother Tucker.
Yeah. I'm saying like tell just like artists tell motherfuckers like don't ask me about this, don't ask me about that. I'm saying tell that nigga or tell whoever you interviewing. Like don't say this or don't say that. That's what I'm saying. So like don't just because you interviewing somebody don't have them like I'm scared to correct the nigga or I'm gonna just let him do what he want or.
But that's what he wanted to ask
but
him.
But Tiny said telling that nigga basically tuck your dick, nigga.
Yeah, no.
Basically.
I'm saying, bruh.
The fuck is you niggas talking about, man?
I'm saying like niggas be acting pussy when they interviewing niggas. That's what I'm saying.
But he had the choice. He had the choice to say that or not. It ain't like the dude he was interviewing. And he was like, "Hey, don't bring them up." He brought us up to dude. It ain't like dude say, "Hey, don't bring them up to us." He brought it up.
Nah, I understand that, but when you said when you said yeah, shout out to Stizzy. But I'm saying my whole thing is not just Lush, but anybody that when you interviewing somebody like you supposed to be the one that's in control, cause it's you the one that's interviewing.
Let me give you some pushback there.
So he wound up like AD's no longer at No Jumper no more.
Yeah.
He got his own platform.
All right, shout out AD with his own platform.
Yep. Called Community, and they're clicked up with T-Rail and Smack, and they got something called.
I'm not doing shit with T-Rail, but shout out AD.
Okay. That's what's up. At the end of the day, it seemed like a lot of people all kind of went in their own directions, and that's what landed me Lush World over here with the pop.
So then we putting it more into context. So now you're talking about Lush's interview with
because you just put that in. You just threw Lush in there.
Probably people like was thrown off, but you was talking about that, so you can control the interview. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, because it's like you trying to say like he actually didn't say nothing about the homie type shit, but it was just his whole get down is disrespecting the homie type shit. So he didn't have to say his name to diss him. Like just the whole interview, he's low key dissing him. So you gotta control your motherfucking interview. If you gonna have an interview, don't just be so happy you get an interview and letting the nigga do whatever and say whatever on your interview. That's all I'm saying.
What if he's trying to go viral?
What if who trying to go viral?
The Lush nigga.
If he trying to go viral, then say that. Cause don't try to act.
But my whole thing is I don't give a fuck because niggas gonna talk shit anyway. Niggas gonna say whatever anyway. Like you gotta let niggas say. You gotta let niggas get that off. Who gives a fuck if you?
Hey,
know what I'm saying?
It's already that.
It's already like go ahead. Like who gives a fuck, nigga?
I get
do
that,
it up, nigga. Talk it up. Do it up. Nigga, whatever, nigga, like, and that's what you doing, like, cause it ain't
you
like
can't personalize this shit for sure.
like it ain't like you like we just big family. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like he can say fuck it. Yeah, he trying to eat. He doing his thing. Go ahead, do you. You feel me?
I agree with
like
that,
niggas is all over here and fucking with niggas over here doing it up over here.
I for sure agree with that, cuz. Yeah. But it's just
do it up, bro.
That's just my take on it. That's just my take. It's just you supposed to be the interviewer, cuz. Have some control. You just happy that you getting the interview, cuz. Like, goddamn.
You more offended because it's like what he's going against is towards your section.
Nah, I'm more offended because he tried to act like he didn't do nothing wrong towards Terrell, and he really did.
By interviewing dude?
No, not by interviewing dude. And you can interview cuz, but at least put some respect on it.
But Lush don't gangbang though.
It's not about gangbanging. It's not about gangbanging, bro. It's about having control over your. Just like I said, when artists come in, they say what Jeezy say when you.
But peep this though.
When you was on Fig Community World, he said, "Don't ask me about this, and this." Right? It ain't wrong for an interviewer to just be like, keep it respectful. Don't say this, and this. At least give that type of respect.
If that was your homie.
But peep too. Also, the reality of it is
true,
Terrell.
Yeah.
But no, a lot of niggas come with them suggestions and shit. Like if you, a lot of niggas do that. Say don't say this, that, and the third. But also too though, it's not that with them niggas. And that nigga C-Mac is deemed a lion walking into there with Lush. Lush ain't about to say nothing to that nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's
like,
what all boiled down to what I said.
You want that nigga to come in there with a beanie down to here.
Nah,
Put the beanie on, bitch.
I'm not saying that. Cuz gonna do what he want. He gonna do what he want. But I'm saying as an interviewer, if you on your motherfucking, if you in control of your shit, if you in control of your shit,
I like that.
if you in control of your shit, you don't let your interviewer basically run your shit. That's all I'm saying.
But let me tell you, the interview is you chose to say what you wanted to say out your mouth. You know, back on Figures over there doing it. Terrell, he never said nothing, so he like.
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I was about to say, bro. Like you gotta know he's trying to. That was his biggest.
At the end of the day, it's an interview. Who gives a fuck?
That's what I don't care about. You know that. I don't care about
We're
that.
not taking it too serious. It is like grabbing Mike's paws, like doing podcasts. Niggas is just doing too much. And these LA niggas, please don't start putting politics into this shit. I really don't care. I don't want to do nothing and have no parts of any of that shit. But it was, while we talking about this, it was ODM, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to ODM Slim, you know what I'm saying? Because he was talking to his homies on, I think y'all was live or whatever the case may be, and he had to tell niggas what it was and shit like that. Niggas like, oh, niggas don't want to fuck with the homies and all, and niggas ain't doing it. And nigga like, hold on, like, you feel me? Like, niggas was like, why that nigga fuck with you? Then he was like, nigga, because I come in peace. You know what I'm saying? I come in peace. Like, Jay Stone come in peace. Like, you come in peace. Like, this is some whole other shit, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Calm down with it. We just talking. At the end of the day, you niggas can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say. I choose not to say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go down that lane. I don't want to be whack because I think that's the lane I probably would be. You know what I'm saying? I'll go if I was to do that.
If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
We just in here having fun. We ain't doing none of that shit. You feel me? But I don't fault none of these niggas. Let them niggas do what they want to do. Let them talk how they want to talk. Say whatever. Bring my name up. All the whole little shit, nigga, so we can get this shit more lit, more cracking. You feel me? Like, don't worry about nothing. You know what I mean?
Before we close that one out,
all my homies. It's just all my homies out there. I ain't all niggas looking. Don't be mad. I don't care. Right. We don't care.
No,
Let
sure.
niggas do all of that. You will see, like, nigga, this shit is just, these niggas is just all content based, nigga. Shame on them.
Shame on them.
Earlier today on the Back on Fig platform, Smack was responding to my Crip Mac interview and had some statements about he didn't feel like it was fair that he was being used for content and that I was stepping into street shit and purposely setting someone up for disrespect.
To do any type of content with him, let's change the subject.
No, we not doing nothing.
We not doing.
I'm just talking about. We talking about
like AD and people that ain't got nothing to do with it. Do content. Do it.
Do you?
Do you? Do it.
I mean, if he equals views, go ahead and do that. But
no, we're not talking about us.
We're not talking about us because he a nip.
Yeah.
See,
it's just everybody else that if y'all feel it, you know what I'm saying, this like niggas is like, oh, Lush did the thing. He ain't never going back.
And Lush got fake. And Lush, you got the game fucked up. Lush, like when you do anything with anybody, bro, don't even bring our names up in it, Lush, bro. Or I'll never fuck with you again. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, bro. For real, bro. All that content shit. When it come to Back on Fig, nigga, don't bring us up, nigga, when you know what time it is. Nigga, you a battle rapper. Nigga, stick to that battle rap shit,
So
nigga.
you think Lush brought it up? Like, brought y'all up because content?
He did it for content. Nigga, you know what time it is, so he can get his views up. Don't play with us, Lush, bro.
Yeah.
Don't do that, bro, because we really in the streets with this shit, bro. You're not. You's a battle rapper, so don't play with me. Don't play with my brother Terrell, nigga. Because all you doing is putting fuel to the fire, my nigga. Don't do that. Because if you would've said some disrespectful shit, I swear to God, Lush, I would've hit your phone like, nigga, it's that, nigga. Whatever you want to do, it's that.
Yeah,
don't do that, Lush, for real, my nigga.
He opened that door for C-Mac to say something disrespectful about y'all, but he knows what time it is, too.
But he didn't, though. He
knows.
didn't. Thank God for the game. He didn't.
Yeah.
But Lush, don't do that, bro. Use content on some other shit. Don't use
Lush,
us.
you's a bitch, you's an ex-smoker, nigga.
I knew you was a snitch, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Nah, I fuck with you though, but y'all niggas out there, y'all do y'all thing. Don't worry about me. We over here doing our thing, nigga. This Back on Fig. We doing us, nigga. So y'all do you. I ain't gonna have no type of resentment towards y'all or nothing like that. I'm not doing no wild shit in the streets and nothing. I'm not doing. Y'all do you. You feel me? Like y'all do you, nigga. I know where we stand, but just as long as niggas ain't, you know, disrespect me in front of y'all niggas and y'all just kikiing and laughing.
Nah,
facts. I ain't fucking with nobody. I don't give a fuck if it was your grandma, nigga, and he was kikiing and laughing and we knew each other. I ain't fucking with her, motherfucker.
Nah, on the real.
But if it's that, then you know what I'm saying, go ahead, do content, man. Do it up, man. This shit is crazy out here, man. Get your bread, man. I personally don't give two fucks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas know me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just over here doing my thing with the squad. Don't worry about nothing.
Hey, ask me, Terrell, what I what?
Yeah.
Ask me.
What don't you care about?
That's what I don't care about.
Now, how anybody could glean that if they actually watch the content is beyond me. Because literally the only thing I did in the context, the only time that T-Rail and Smack were brought up was when I was literally talking about how I was catching Crip Mac up to speed about what's going on with No Jumper. And it was in reference to how come you didn't go straight to the No Jumper platform.
So you were talking about a group of people and they just so happened to be in the mix of the people.
Yes, because what I said is the direct quote was, and it's a paraphrase, but it's damn near a direct quote. I was like, AD, it left, a lot of things have changed in No Jumper. AD left, and he's got his own platform called Community, and he said, shout out to AD. And I said, they clicked up. He said he clicked up with Smack and T-Rail, and before I could even mention Fig Community World, because what I was about to do is state the fact that Fig Community World is actually gaining more traction than No Jumper.
Flowers.
Yeah, you could call it flowers, but I'm not even going to go that far. I was just letting him know what was going on. Like, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The podcast is doing well. It's putting numbers on the board. There's been a big paradigm shift. For people that aren't tuned into the podcast space, they hear the name No Jumper, you'll be like, yeah, No Jumper is where it's at. But anybody that's really been paying attention the past few months, you'd be like, damn. And if you went into a coma in February and someone would have told you that House Phone, T-Rail, AD, all these people that were the pillars of that platform are no longer there, they'd be like, it'd be a shock. You know what I mean? It'd be like, oh, what? Like, oh, fucking LeBron's not on the Lakers anymore?
Yeah.
So I'm literally trying to explain to this guy what it was. I wasn't like, yo, so you know that AD's clicked up with the Ubers. He's over there with your ops.
The premise of the conversation was general updating. What all that entails.
And I didn't say, how do you feel about T-Rail? How do you feel about... And I think T-Rail took it right, because he was alluding to the fact, like, hey, like, I don't have a problem with Lush. Like, he's not welcomed back on Big anymore. He's like trying to say that. But the other people in the background are kind of chiming in, trying to incense the moment.
Yeah, that's when wires get crossed.
But the reality is, they had no, like, there's no recourse, because I don't think that they actually watched it. I think people just said, this is what you did. And if you did, you watched like a 10-second clip. Yeah. But that's literally all it was. And C-Mac didn't even disrespect them. He was just like, I'm not fucking with them. He didn't call them out their name. He didn't diss their hoods or anything like that.
Right.
So, like, but just let's take it a step further. Something that really doesn't make sense to me. Lush, we don't want to be used for content. Okay. But it's okay to use me for content. Any single thing that happened to me, whether it's dissecting any potential inconsistency in my past, that could be used as content. That could be laughed at. Embarrassing moments of mine, let's put it on blast. Let's take the whole Alki David thing and do content on that. Let's look up lawsuit transcripts and do content on that. Let's, you know what I mean? Like, let's do all this shit and bring it to light, laugh about it. Lush gets fired. That's the title of an episode. Let's dissect. And you know what? I understand. It's the content game. I'm not complaining about it, but I'm not allowed to even
say a name.
Mention your name in the presence of somebody that they're static with. And look, I understand the ramifications are a bit more severe when you're talking about gang shit and beefs, but you know, we're talking about people that have transcended that and are successful in the podcasting space. Some of the most prominent figures. If you really want to look at it, I look at like T-Rail and Smack and them, some of the most prominent figures in LA media. Because like, how do people consume media nowadays? How do people consume media nowadays? Podcasts. More people are watching podcasts to get updated about things than they are. Blogs are dead. Who the fuck goes to, you know what I mean? Like, even Hip Hop DX, most of their content's on YouTube.
Yeah, fools are tapped into podcasts, like straight syndications and shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
People are going to podcasts. So, what I wasn't doing was causing trouble. Anytime a beef with gangs he mentioned, I was like, oh, okay, next subject. Or, when he was like, I'm making the enemy's moms cry, I was like, I don't think it's cool to make moms cry. I understand that's part of the lifestyle.
I caught that too. I was like, that was a bit much.
Yeah, like, and in fact, earlier today on the back with that, I feel like I humanized Crip Mac in a way that most people weren't able to do. Had a real straightforward dialogue with him, and I feel like it was reaching its logical conclusion.
Yeah,
I wasn't there to. Yeah, of course. Like when he's saying funny shit, we're gonna laugh. You know what I mean? Like I'm not laughing at gang disses. I'm not laughing at disrespect. And if something was said disrespectful, if he had been like, "Well, fuck," I'd been like, "Hey, like, all right, I understand. There's a lot."
Then you
behind that,
you would
but
have been able to facilitate that.
Yeah, I'd be like, I fuck with bro. I'm cool with bro. It didn't even get to that point though. It didn't even get to that point. So I just wanted to clear that up, and I think it's just the inconsistencies, the hypocrisy. It's like it's a bit much. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it just shows like how much do people really fuck with me? Like obviously, they're okay. We like. It's questionable. I think some people do. I think some of them over there do to an extent. Like, like I know that AD is a homie. T-Rail I consider a homie. Smack, I consider them homies. But like when people aren't, this is like the big moment for me thus far in my solo podcast journey with my new endeavor and my new partners. Boom, we getting shit set off. Motherfuckers ain't like, oh, good job, Lush. That was a dope interview. The whole entire internet, 98% of the fans are like, damn, that was a huge W. But people I fuck with aren't hitting me up and saying that. I'm not being like, there's talk of me being invited back to that platform. I would love to go back and fuck with them in their platform. I consider, like I said in the beginning, I consider Community World allies. I consider, Duno, AD, all the punt, they all cool. Like I ain't got no issues with them. But like at the same time, how cool are we? Like do you all like, instead of being like, well, damn, Lush, blah, 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 blah. That's all you say about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not like, that was a dope interview. Props to the homie for getting it lit. I wasn't really feeling how, I felt like, like you brought up our name, that bro don't fuck with us.
The first response to it was what you did. That's it. Yeah.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing said. T-Rail was like low-key giving props to it, I felt like, but his voice was kind of getting obstructed at that moment. And like, look, I know ultimately, like, hey, that's Mac's narrative. He comes in peace. But I feel like I've been used as content on every single one of those platforms several times over. Laughed at, dissected, ridiculed, clowned, called all types of things that have ramifications in my real life. But if I merely bring up a name in a non-disrespectful way, like you said earlier, if anything, it's giving props. It's like like you, like y'all, these,
that's how I've seen it.
Hey, guess what, Crip Mac? These guys are killing No Jumper right now. They're doing better than No Jumper. AD, T-Rail and them. Oh, I know like you don't fuck with T-Rail or whatever, but guess what? Like he's actually killing shit right now.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point of like, so.
I mean, them brothers, them over there know how Mac feel about, they already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So for them to kind of come at you about bringing it up, you don't have no control over the brother's response.
And he didn't even say anything crazy.